It's hard to keep a smile on your face when you call low on a king and turn over an ace on Card Shark. And now, here's the host of Card Shark, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Jan. Hello there. Welcome to Card Shark. Nice to have you with us. Nice to have you with us at home. Thank you. Very kind. And for the opening poem, we'd like to thank Mrs. Casey Schieser of Topeka, Kansas, watching on WDAF-TV Channel 4. Thank you, Mrs. Schieser. Now let's open the board. Get to the cards. Go ahead. And Janice and Chris will load them in. Here come our card sharks. Linda Decker. Hello, Linda. Good to see you again. And again, Linda.
Okay, I'm from Kokomo, Indiana. I'm the mother of 3 boys. I was a former flight attendant for a major airline. I now teach part-time at Indiana Vocational Technical College, and I love to play tennis.
Now, I've got to ask you, are you a gambler by nature?
No, not really. I would say by nature oh, yes, I think I probably am, but usually for pennies and stuff like that.
The reason I was asking, if you were not with us on our last show, with a lot of cards near the middle, one crack at the money card, she was a very gutsy gambler, $7,200 in cash, and the cards were not that terrific. Your play was. We're meeting our challenger for the first time, Lisa Harwood. Hello, Lisa. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And won't you tell us about you?
Yes, my name is Lisa Harwood. I live in Glendale, California. I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts, and I do paste up and layout at a newspaper here in Los Angeles, and I'm also a freelance interpreter for the deaf, and I'd like to say hello to all of my friends.
Well, that's very nice. That is very nice. Nice to have you here with us, Lisa.
Thank you.
Is it very hard to learn to speak the
I
deaf
think you
sign
have to have an
language?
aptitude for it to begin with. I think a lot of people have a lot of trouble picking it up, but if you're around deaf people a lot, you'll get it just like that.
It's
Yeah.
nice because the more people you can communicate with, the better off we all are. Nice to have you here with us,
Absolutely.
Lisa. You got the
Thank you.
cards?
Yes, I did.
Then here we go. We start the best 2 games out of 3 with a question to Linda, the champion. Linda, we asked 100 psychiatrists, are most men envious of a woman's ability to give birth? How many psychiatrists think men are envious of a woman's ability to give birth?
I really think that most men are kind of glad they don't have to go through that pain and suffering. So I'm going to have to say the figure's going to be fairly low. I'm going to go with 12.
12 out of 100 psychiatrists said men are envious, higher or
well,
lower?
I agree with her. I think she gave a good answer, but I think in the field of psychiatry you meet a lot of weirdos. I think it's going to be a little higher than that.
Higher than that?
Yes.
If it is higher, you'll play your cards. If not, Linda, with 3 children speaking from experience, you'll play yours. Hit the answer on the head, a $500 bonus. The actual number of psychiatrists who think men are envious of a woman's ability to give birth is 30. 30, it is higher. Lisa, that means by winning that question, you can start off the match.
All
A 2.
right, we're going to go higher.
Higher than a 2. A 3.
Yeah, higher again.
Whisking it higher. A 9.
All right, I'm going to freeze that. Freeze that
She's
card.
going to freeze, crunching the cards up as we go there. Goodbye. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We'll move over the freeze bar, protecting that. What do? Forget it. It's dead. You killed it. See, now it's your fault. Lisa needs 2 cards for the first game of the match. And the question to Lisa. Lisa, we found 100 married men who are top business executives, and we asked them, in your climb up the ladder of success, have you had to put your career ahead of your family? How many successful business executives admitted they have put their career ahead of their family?
Oh, I think that's going to be a really high number. I feel that really career in this country is one of the most important things. I'm going to say a high number, around 67.
67 out of 100 feel they've had to put the career ahead.
I think it's going to be lower than that. I don't think there are that many.
So you say
Okay,
lower.
yeah, lower.
The actual number of business executives who have put their career ahead of their family is 48. It is lower. But interesting, almost half of them felt that they have. And now let's see what
Okay.
Linda starts off with. A jack.
I like that card. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a jack. A 2.
Oh, I love that card. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 2. A 3.
I like that card. I'm going to keep it and go higher.
Higher than a 3. A 4.
I like that card. I'm going to keep it and go higher.
And if she does have this, which she used the same wording all the way along, she wasn't going to break her
No
luck.
way.
If she's got this, she has the game and a $500 bonus. She does! 2, 3, 4, 5. She likes that card, and she's going to keep it and go higher. I like giving away the money, and I'm going to keep doing it while we take time out for this commercial break. So Linda Deckers just kept running it with a $500 run. She has the lead, and as we deal out the same 2 decks of cards with the next cards off the top of the deck, and now Lisa needs this game, and again we start with Linda. Linda, we asked 100 single women, can any man be turned into a good lover with a little coaching? How many? Yes, said a feminine. Interesting. How many women said yes, any man can be coached into becoming a good lover?
Well, you said single women, so that kind of changes it a little bit. But I still believe that most women would believe that a man could be turned into a good lover. So I'm going to say 43.
43. Well, that's not
Okay.
most, a little less than half, but
Well,
43 out of 100 say they can.
I noticed at the end of the question it said any man can be turned into a good lover. I don't think any man can, so I'm going to say it's a little bit lower than
Lower.
that.
Oh, the any man, you say lower. The actual number of women who said any man can be coached into becoming a good lover is 73. Not lower. It is higher. Coaching is nice. Yeah, I figure no matter what the sport is, a little coaching helps. Linda starts off this game with a 6.
Change that card.
You win the question, and you can change it. A jack.
I like that card. I'll go lower.
She's saying it again. Lower it. Yes, a 2.
That's a great card. I'll go higher.
Higher than a 2. A 9.
3.
This time she's not going to try another run, and Linda needs 2 cards for another crack at the big money. Lisa, better get going. Lisa, we surveyed 100 inmates in San Quentin prison, and we asked them, since you've been in prison, have you smoked marijuana? How many inmates have smoked Don't they know they can be arrested for that? Just occurred to me. How many inmates have smoked marijuana in prison?
Well, I think it's pretty hard to sneak marijuana in there, so it's got to be a pretty low number. I'm going to say around 10.
10
I
out of
gotta
100.
go with higher. I feel like that it's possible and that they can get it in, so I say
You
higher.
say higher.
Yeah, higher.
Were you influenced by about half the audience saying, oh,
No way.
you
I don't
kidding?
let them influence.
10 and higher. The actual number of inmates who smoked marijuana in prison is 55. More than half of them. Linda, you've got a 9.
Okay, I will change that card.
And the 9 becomes an 8.
I love that card. I'll go
Lower than an 8. A 7.
3.
You're very conservative, Linda. 1 card for the championship. And the question to Linda. Now, it is a fact that in some Mideastern countries, a man actually has to pay for a bride. And the price for a virgin is often 10 times higher than for a non-virgin. That's a fact. So we asked 100 bachelors, if you had to buy a bride, you know what's coming, don't you? There, yeah, okay. We asked 100 bachelors, if you had to buy a bride, would you be willing to pay 10 times more for a virgin?
Oh, gosh. in
How
this
many
day-
bachelors said yes, they would pay 10 times more for a virgin?
I really feel that's going to be a low number. I hate to say it because I would like to think the other way around. But I think it's going to be a low number, and I'm going to go with 21.
21 out of 100 would pay 10 times more.
I have to say, I think it's going to be more than that. I think guys like to go into unknown territory there, so I'm going to say it's higher.
I never quite equated it with a jungle particularly, but 21 and higher. The actual number of bachelors who would pay 10 times more for a virgin is 26. It's higher. Way less than half, but 26. And Lisa, with some catching up to do, has a jack.
Okay, we're going to go lower.
Lower than a jack. No, Lisa's not. No, it's not lower, Lisa. No, that's higher. See, an ace is higher than a jack. I'm sorry to tell you that, Lisa. The power of positive thinking. She was going to keep on going. She might not be going anymore because Linda has a free chance to call up the 7 for the championship.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 7? No. Lisa's still in it as Janice fills in the spaces. Sudden death. Someone has to win the game on this play of the cards. Lisa, we asked 100 people, should parents have the right to censor the books their children use in school? How many people said yes, parents should have the right to censor their children's school books?
Oh, boy, that's really hard. I think that parents probably should have the right to censor because they're going to get enough of the world when they go out there later. So I'm going to say 50-50. About 52 say that they would
52 out of 100 say parents should have the right to censor the books in school.
That's a really hard question. I agree with her reasoning. I think it's going to be around the middle somewhere, but I'm going to go higher.
Higher. More say they should have the right. Tough question. The actual number of people who said parents should have the right to censor books their children use in school is 84. It is higher. Very much higher. Fascinating on that one. And with that 84, Linda, you have control in sudden death. You need 1 card. Lisa with a pretty good base card, a jack, but she needs 4 cards. Play it or pass it.
I'm going to pass.
You're going to pass it. Lisa, you need to get them all. 1 mistake, and Linda has the championship. But if you can run all 4, not only do you have the game, but a $500 bonus as well. You're starting with a jack. Lower than a jack. At 10. Lower than a 10. And 8. You have to go. Lower than that middle card. It is a 4. If this is higher, she has the game. She has a $500 run as well. Is it higher? Yes! Lisa, with her back to the wall, gets a $500 bonus and ties up the match. We'll be right back with a tiebreaker right after this. I thank you, Jay. My apologies. I was stepping all over your lines there, talking to the audience. We have a tie. Each player has run them. They've got $600 for each of the 2 games. And now with the tiebreaker, 3 cards, 3 questions, starting with Linda. Linda, we asked 100 men who have been married for 50 years or more. Do you and your wife sleep in separate beds? How many men married 50 years said they and their wife do sleep in separate beds?
Oh, gee, I'd like to think that they still sleep together even after 50 years. But I'm sure some don't. So I'm going to have to say a fairly high figure. I'll say 63.
63 out of 100 do sleep in separate beds.
Do sleep in separate beds?
Before you give your answer, Linda, were you sure about that? How many men married 50 years said they and their wife sleep in separate beds? You said 63?
63.
Okay, good. You had a look on your face like I'm not sure if I understood that. Lisa, 63 out of 100.
Can't agree with that. You got to have some comfort. I'm going to say lower. It's got to be lower than
Lower? Oh. I get comfort snuggling myself. I don't know about the rest of you. 63 and lower. The actual number of men married 50 years who said they and their wives sleep in separate beds is 43. You're right. You got it, Lisa. You start off the tiebreaker. I don't find that comfortable by myself. Yeah. Lisa, you got a 7.
All right, I want to change that card.
Big change with just 3 cards. A queen.
Okay, lower.
Lower than a queen. Oh, no. A king is not lower. Linda, big break and a free chance at a 5.
I'm going to go higher.
Higher than a 5. No. Another 5 is not higher. Janice will fill in the spaces. We are back to square one with a question to Lisa. Lisa, we asked 100 medical doctors. Do people who exercise every day live longer than people who do not? How many doctors said people who exercise daily do live longer?
I think it's coming out in the medical profession now that people actually should exercise to live longer and exercise the heart. So I'm going to say that they said, I think about 71 said they
71 out of 100 said people who exercise every day live longer.
I think it's going to be higher than 71.
Even
I
higher than
believe
that?
in exercise.
The actual number of doctors who said people who exercise daily live longer is 83. It is higher. Yes, Linda, the tennis player. And Linda, you've got a 5.
I got to go higher.
She's going to play that 5 higher. She's right for the king.
I got to go lower.
If it's lower, Linda goes for the big money. It is. Linda wins it. Tough match right down to the wire. Lisa, we have to say goodbye. But with that one game, $600 and some nice party gifts. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Lisa Harwood and Linda Deckert, come on down here. Congratulations. Good job. Linda, you're doing very well with $800 in that game. You're already up to $7,900 and just going for the money cards for the second time. You did great the last time. Let's do it again. You cut the money cards?
Yes, I did.
All right, let's get over and play them. Let's wish her well. Come on, Linda. Here we go. Hop on up. Give you another little ride there as we give you $200 of new money. 3 cards on the bottom line to bet as you will. Up to the second level. We add another $200 of betting money. 3 more cards. Minimum bet's $50. Am I rushing you, Janice? Till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half. Now here, unlike over there where you had that double 5, you lost because it had to be higher or lower.
Right.
Here, you don't lose. You're all by yourself, so we'll just carry it over. Good luck.
Thank you.
Here's $200. And you can change your base card on each level. Thank you, Chris. We'll start Linda off 200 and a 3.
I've got to go higher.
And how much money?
I'm sorry, I forgot to bet. I bet $200 that it will be higher.
The whole thing, $200, that this card is higher than a 3. It is with a 6.
Okay, I bet $200 that it will be higher.
Half of it, $200. Higher than a 6? No. Down to 200 with a 4.
Okay, I bet $100 that it will be higher.
Come on, $100. Higher. Yes, with a queen.
Okay.
$300, and we move up the queen and give you another 200. You have $500.
I bet $400 that it will be lower.
$400, lower than the queen. Yes, with a 5.
I bet $700 that it will be higher.
Oh, a big bet on the 5. $700. Higher. No. Seen a lot of low cards. 200 and a 3.
I bet $150 that it is higher.
Come on, $150. Higher. Yes. Another low card, the 5. And we move it up. You have $350.
I bet $300 that it is higher.
This will be $650, which would be a great comeback. Is it higher than a 5? Yes! $650. And that really was a good comeback with that one. And with the $700 in the game, you made $1,350 on a game that didn't look too good. And Linda Deckard has $8,550. We'll be back with a new challenger right after this.
Family.
All right, 2 brand new decks of cards. That means it's time to meet a new challenger on Card Shark. Frank McMenamin. Hello, Frank. My pleasure. Won't you tell us about you, sir?
Sure. I'm Frank McMenamin from Anaheim, California. I'm currently the Chief Construction Estimator at University of California at Los Angeles. Presently, I'm up to my neck in working on the 1984 Olympics building.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you're doing a lot of construction there for the Olympics.
An awful lot of construction.
Is it going to get done on time?
Yes, it will. I can guarantee it.
Out of way, Frank.
I can guarantee
Nice to have you here. You cut your cards?
Yes, I did. Thank
Then
you.
here we go. Let's start the match with a question to Linda. Yeah, we're all looking forward to that. Linda, we found 100 men who have just gotten married, and we asked them, as you were walking down the aisle, did you have any second thoughts? How many newlywed men said just before they get married, yeah, they did have second thoughts?
I hate to think my husband had second thoughts, but I have to feel that he probably did. That little flutter at the end, you know, that might make you think, gee, what am I doing to myself? So I have to feel that it's very high as far as the men go, and I'm going to go with 71.
Oh, you think it's different for the women?
Oh.
You don't think women have any? Did you have second thoughts?
Yeah.
Yeah. 71 out of 100 men said yes, they did. Frank, higher or lower?
I think it's lower than that. I know when I got married, I thought about it for a minute, but it's lower.
Ah, just a
lower.
little second thought.
A little second thought.
71
A millisecond.
The actual number of newlywed men who had second thoughts as they were walking down the aisle is 11. Very much lower. 11.
All right.
They were sure, and Frank starts off the match with a 6.
Change that card, please. Change it.
6 becomes a 5. A little better.
It's higher. Next
Higher
card's
than a
higher.
5.
All
Queen.
right. It's lower.
Lower than a
card.
queen. A 2.
It's higher. It's
higher
higher.
than a 2.
All
A
right.
queen.
It's lower. It's
A
lower.
$500 run in the game if it's lower. It is! Frank, wow. Challenger's off to a great start with a $500 run. Talk about the power of positive thinking. Frank doesn't say, he guesses, he said it is higher. It is lower.
Have to think positive.
And it is game 1 to the challenger with a very good run of the cards. And right away, we're dealing out the same 2 decks again as we start with Frank. Frank, we asked 100 women of all ages, do you enjoy gossiping about your girlfriends behind their back? How many women admitted they do enjoy gossiping about their girlfriends?
I think most women and men enjoy gossiping about people, but I think very few are willing to admit it. I'd say maybe 35 were willing to admit that
35 out of 100, Linda.
I have to feel that it's higher.
Higher than that?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I feel it's
Okay.
higher.
The actual number of women who enjoy gossiping about their girlfriends is 25.
All
Not
right.
higher. Lower.
right.
1 out of 4. Frank again gets that all-important first crack at the cards with a queen.
Lower. It's a lower card.
Lower than a queen. A jack.
Lower again.
Lower than a jack. A 4.
It's higher.
Higher than a 4. An 8.
I'm going to freeze.
You're
I'm
going to
gonna
freeze. He's not going to try to do it twice. Frank needs 1 card for the championship, and we will be right back right after this. You were tempted.
You bet I was. Right.
This is Jay Stewart speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson, Bill Godwin production.